Good morning, everyone. Sarah here. It's Monday morning, the 4th of January, 2016. It feels a little bit crazy saying 2016. I'm sure we'll all get used to it. A couple of times I've written it. It's been a bit tricky too. How are you all? I hope you've had a wonderful break. I have, and I've had some really nice time with family and friends and been able to go away on a little road trip too. We covered quite a bit of territory. We went up to Gloucester in New South Wales and then back down through Bathurst and via Sydney. The girls had never been to Sydney before, so that was a bit of fun, and had a bit of camping and lots of swimming in between. So you'll see I've created a Padlet for each of the groups in our discussion board. It's a new tool. I've never used it before. I'd love to hear your feedback on it. I just thought it looked a bit of fun, and it was visual, and we could post some photos on there if you like, and just give us a bit of an idea as to what you've all been up to. So I just think it's a really nice way to reconnect with each other too. So if you haven't done it yet, jump in and post your thoughts and share your stories of what you got up to over the Christmas New Year break as well too. So just a couple of things I want to touch on with you today. The remainder of the teaching period is going to be quite busy. You're going to have some back-to-back assessments being handed in, and then before you'll know it will be in exam revision time. So even though it's quite condensed, I think it's good because that momentum will keep it going for us all as well. So I'm preparing the slides for our live collaborate session for next week in week 8, which will be on your essay. Whilst you're putting the finishing touches on 1B, which is due on Monday the 11th, so next Monday, start to turn your mind to the essay, which is due on Monday the 25th of January. So you'll have a 2-week period from when you hand in 1B until assessment 2, the essay is due. So the topic for the essay is the best teams get the jobs. So it's quite a broad topic, but you'll be referring to each of the polk concepts as you go, and you'll have, as per a normal essay, you'll have an introduction and a conclusion, and then you'll have a number of paragraphs where you'll talk about each of those concepts and linking it back to the topic and using sources to support what you're saying as well. So we'll have a detailed collaborate session on that next week for you, but start to turn your mind to it too and start thinking about it. There are some activities next week and the following week that will help you with this as well. So some goals for this teaching period, the remainder of the teaching period. A number of you, as part of your SMART goals in 1A, indicated that you'd like to have an increased presence on the discussion board. So let's see if we can do that. A number of you are really, really strong in this area, and I think those of you who haven't had a chance to do that yet, I think you'll really reap the benefits big time. So give it a go and let me know how you think it all went too. Assessment feedback for 1A. Some very generic ideas from me here now. Hopefully you found the feedback I've given you really helpful. I think overall it was excellent. We didn't have any fails in our group. We had a really nice average of around the mid to high 70s. And I was really impressed with the quality of the work you've put together. So some key takeaways particularly, and I think you'll use it a lot more in this second assessment, 1B you're doing that, and then the essay, is to really support your ideas with some sources. So let's say you're talking about leading as a polk concept. Tell us about your idea, your argument that you're trying to put across. Then use a source to back that up. It could be your e-text and any of the materials you've got in the any of the resources you've got in the learning materials, but I'd love to see you go that step further, and that just indicates you're developing your research skills. So a number of times you will have heard me say, please find some journal articles in the Soul Library that support those concepts. So I'd love to see you doing that more, and that will just enhance your argument. It will give your writing more credibility, and whilst a lot of what you're probably saying is spot on and I agree with it, it's purely your opinion. So you need to back it up. And so for each idea, you need to have a source. And often that might be one idea per paragraph and then have a source to back that up too. See if you can jazz this assessment up a bit, make it look a bit more professional. and you know, you can use some colors, some headings, even some images. And you know, sometimes it is easier for the reader to read something that's beautifully presented as well. So try and have a bit of fun with that as you go too. The next couple of weeks, as I said, are going to be busy. So next week you have 1B due, and we have our collaborate session for assessment 2, which is the essay. The following week we have your collaborate session for your exam. Then the following week, the assessment 2, your essay. Well, no, the week after, sorry, the 25th is due. So we've got a really busy time. Your weekly activities for weeks 8 and 9 are designed to help you with assessment 2, so make sure you look at those as well. And the weekly activity this week is a fantastic activity. It's the extended component of decision making. So make sure you have a look at that and post your thoughts on the discussion board as well. We'll have some time at the end of the teaching period to do some really solid exam revisions. So be rest assured we'll go through all of that and work through that well with you too. So jump onto the Padlet, say hi. I can't wait to get cracking again. And thanks for all your hard work, and I hope you've had a wonderful break. Bye, guys.